Hey everybody, it's the Abstractionist. I'm here with Sun Summer 2024. This is for people with prominent Sun aspects, prominent Sun placements, whatever. So, uh, that's who it's for, or you have prominent Leo in your chart. So, for the deck, it's Margaret Peterson, and I had to start this video over, but I was saying in the other video that I cleaned up before I started this. And so that may be a theme for you guys, cleaning things up. Some of you guys may want to clean up. It could be within your home. It could be in your wider environment. I kind of see the sun as like a little bit more large scale in terms of energy, and so it could be people wanting to clean up their actual natural environment and not necessarily just their house, right? So yeah, I'm gonna pull 3 cards from this deck. We're gonna move forward. I was going to see if we've had a lot of red going on in here. Okay, so what do we have? Let's zoom in. We have Daughter of Coins, Son of Coins, Daughter of Flames. So, feeling under the weather or feeling a little bit, it's not small, but just under the weather could be something that's happening at the moment. It could be small energy that you kind of have to wade through, deal with, talk to people and explain, or you're literally gonna have to like start kind of more from the bottom and then work your way up. So starting from the bottom and working your way up does have its benefits. I think with the coins here, it really gives you the ability to see the issues and the problems and deal with them before they become larger issues and problems. And I think it allows you to, particularly if it's talking about relationships, not romantic per se, but just communication, it allows you to talk to people, I guess, when things happen, as opposed to letting it like blow up. Y'all are better than me because I wait till things blow up. But you guys may have a style or are developing a style where you bring things up just kind of like as they come. And that can help you because it'll make a lot of issues less of an issue, less prominent. They're not anything like that. So good. In terms of building yourself up, this may be the start of a project or something like that, like the very beginning of it. It could even be just an idea about things, or the idea of this is a benefit to me should I go down this road. But I feel like there's just more about like beginning energy, and that could also deal with the calendar of like we are starting to get the leakage of energy of Leo's season and starting to have little trickles of that element come through. So I think that it's a really good thing to just monitor the growth and just like highlight the little things that are like happening. Note the little things that are happening. Do away with the flames here. Do away with the things that aren't. Some of you, I would make sure on a more practical, mundane, like left field kind of way, and like old files that you don't need, old things that you don't need, I would toss them. If you do need them, definitely save them. But some things like old pieces of you are being flames thrown away, tossed into the flames. You may do a lot of fire rituals regarding like growth and development and change and stuff like that. But I guess the key would also to incorporate some earth so that you're grounded in it and that it doesn't move too fast. You may want to watch the Did Your Spell Ritual Work video. It was a pick a card a few videos back, but I would definitely look into that. Look into what it means to kind of start again within ritual. There could be certain rituals that you do that you use to start over. It could be like cultural, like, so, you know, if you don't follow this calendar that we have, right, like you're on a different timeline, a different calendar or something like that, I would look into that calendar that deals with like fire or changes from earth to fire or something like that, like some calendar. It's probably cultural though, that deals with fire. Either there's a lot of candles being lit, or there's a bonfire, or the colors like red, orange, yellow are used a lot, things like that, like celebration of stars, celebration of the sun, celebration of certain flowers that represent the sun, things like that. So I don't know, like certain traditions, you know, they have those things, but I just don't know them because I don't celebrate any of those. But a celebration of that newness would be there. I think also when I talked about the beginning of the video of like your environment, you may get very fascinated with rituals that also help bring awareness of the environment and the environmental toll that certain things take on, you know, that the earth takes on to like support in certain capacities. So I think a lot of this is dealing with ritual change, knowing about change, understanding change, making incremental changes, not necessarily, you may have been somebody in the past who was really big on making very drastic changes, like very drastic changes to your hair, very drastic changes to your makeup, very drastic changes to this, as opposed to like just tweaking things. Tweaking things about what you wanted to change. And a lot of the impulsivity may have come from the idea that impulsive changes are the quickest way for you to energetically shift things. And that may not have been the case, because with the 2 coins kind of anchoring it, it could have been a lot of money spent, it could have been a lot of time spent, it could have been a lot of resources spent towards changes that may not have been long lasting with this Daughter of Flames, right? Like these are pretty low on the quartz, so they may not have even been long term like changes that happened, but they were changes that were very quick that happened. Again, I think that ritual video, pick a card, spell, did it work card, like pick a card, it'll work. So going forward, making sure that any change that you make is kind of like anchored, not rooted in like fear, but I kind of feel like a cost benefit analysis would be helpful for someone like you. A cost benefit analysis to doing the things and putting the energy towards whatever you're doing, because the energy, especially when you put the energy towards it, is very much, it's like a lot of passion and a lot of energy in a very short amount of time. But will it yield you the results that you want? And are you doing it just for change, just to change? Or are you doing it because this is going to be something substantial? Like, I think you can do both. I think people change it up just to change it up, but I think a lot of people want longer lasting change, right? It's like the people who kind of like New Year's, they start all these new things, and then like by the end of February they're like not doing it anymore because they try to do too much in a short span of time, and there was no real anchoring of the change, right? Like you bought a bunch of clothes, you signed up for a bunch of workouts, you did a bunch of stuff, but that energy like petered out like pretty quickly. I think soon as you realize you have to like really like devote something that was longer term, right? Like when you have to devote something that's longer term, then you kind of have to question whether or not you want to do it in the first place. And so I would definitely question whether or not you want to do something in the first place. Like for me, I knew I wanted to do this video, but to anchor that, I decided to clean up. To anchor that, I decided to actually make the space to read, right? And you guys are only seeing this like tablecloth here, but like for me, there's just still a lot of shit everywhere. But for me, I wanted to make sure the dishes were done. I wanted to make sure the trash was out. I wanted to make sure that like things were in place. Like I have a candle over there. I have like I lit some Palo Santo. Like I anchored what I was going to do, even though I knew I wanted to do it. But I just had to anchor what I was doing first, so that I could kind of like be in the state of actually starting it and then finishing it, not just putting on the camera and doing stuff like that. And I feel also I read better when I'm kind of like grounded in what I'm doing, and it's a clear decision that I'm going to do it at this time. So you guys, as your season comes up, right, because it's a Leo sun ruled by Leo, that's that. But as that energy comes towards us, definitely think about what you're doing, why you're doing it, how you're doing it, and then anchor yourself by actually doing the small things that build up to the bigger things that make this an actual change, not just going out of nowhere and changing everything and then realizing why it doesn't stick, or not realizing why it doesn't stick. Make it a thing, make it a conscious choice to figure out how to anchor these new changes, ground yourself, right? So that's all I have for Summer 2024. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.